Hello folks, GWT. I'm going to do a video on a few miscellaneous things this time, but on the next video it's going to be something to do with the flat earth. It's going to be a lot to do with the flat earth, folks. And in the scriptures I'm going to show you how the flat earth is the opening of the sixth seal. Okay? Because when you come to the realization, see, the flat earth is not something that's hypothetical. It's reality. And when you come to the reality that it is truth, and it is the biggest truth that humanity, that the little people of humanity has discovered or witnessed since Jesus Christ. It's truth, just like Jesus Christ was truth. And it's a truth revelation. It's a calling. It's a calling to the marriage supper, folks. I've been trying to tell you all this for some time. In that lesson that I'm going to do after this video, I'm going to try to explain to you so you can understand what some of the scriptures mean, or what metaphorically, how they can be applied to the flat earth, such as everything is moved out of its place. All the mountains, all the islands, everything will be moved out of their place. Well, when you go from a globe construct lie to a flat earth truth, that moves all the mountains, that moves everything out of its place. And folks, the only other way that everything can be moved out of its place besides coming to the truth realization of Jesus Christ and the Bible and the flat earth being a last call, a desperate call to the ones who are capable of believing. Because you folks that don't believe in the flat earth, you ain't got there yet. I'm telling you, you haven't got there yet. Folks, it seems as if most with a big following, most channelers with big followings, say for everyone to calm down and to be nice, talk nice. You know what I mean. No matter who does what to you, just remain calm. Die quietly. Calm and quiet. Don't complain. Do you expect reward for doing something like that? For those of you who really are doing that, do you expect any reward for that? It's pretty flat looking, ain't it? Pretty flat, ain't it? Hey folks, can you imagine the mentality in a person who, when they walk around, they know that everybody fears them? They're the only ones with a weapon. I see and hear the big hoopla. There's a lot of hoopla about the flat earth movement that can't be stopped. I think there's some videos titled just about like that. And that movement, that flat earth movement, is being controlled by those who offer discovery of scientific lies and scientific facts, but none of them are saying that the government knew about it and covered it up and robbed everyone all of these years for hundreds of thousands of lies, money laundering, extortions, murders, to cover truths. And they use lies to become, which became the curriculars of our schools, of your very experienced and expensive education. All of this stuff is taught you, and it's mostly all bull hockey. Do you understand? These government worker bees keep you so calm about finding out this huge truth. Do you understand what I'm saying? These people who are steering away from a truth revelation, waking up to the flat earth. Oh, I'm going to try to do a lesson here pretty soon on the mountains and the islands and everything moved all out of their places, but they try to keep you so calm about finding out about this huge truth and keeping it quiet that the government cheated us and they lied to us and they killed away the intelligence out of man. From all men they did that, and you're expected to laugh at it and just excuse the government and peacefully just carry on. And see, that's what these people who are exposing a real big truth to you in one way of looking at this big truth. I have a couple of ways of looking at it, but they're making light of it, folks. They don't want to get it. They don't want to upset the Indians. They don't want to get anybody upset, and that's what they ought to be doing, because this stuff is worth it. We're talking $50 million a day to the entire NASA program. That's a little more than just pocket change. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, these that keep you calm and break these lies to you all soft and easy and everything, and excuse the lies when they're telling you about this, those people need shooting. Just like the broadcasters on the news and stuff, folks. See, most of you people get all your information off of television. And I understand, because it's convenient, it's right there. Just turn the channel on anytime, day or night, that you want to and check out news. But you folks fail to realize that that news is probably 75 to 85% all BS, all lies. And I know that's a really big percentage. But that's how much they lie. That's how much they deceive. Folks, I've come to realize over about the last 30 years, it seems like no one respects people that tell the truth. If they're not a big celebrity, they're not going to listen to them. But basically, nobody respects anybody that tells the truth. Everyone that I tell anything to eventually uses it against me. It never, never, never fails. Probably a lot longer than 30 years. I've learned my lesson now, folks. I'm going to tell you something. No more truth to anyone, because I know they're going to end up using it against me. So from this day forward, I ain't telling anybody nothing. Just like these channelers, there is no excusable reason for these popular channelers and writers and lecturers to tell you half-truths and keep you calm throughout. There's no excuse for that. They are leading you. What these lying preachers and the entertainers and the professionals, what they do to deceive you people is unexcusable. They don't tell you about the radiation that comes from Japan, and I'm sorry for you people who don't know about it, because it's odorless, colorless, and it's tasteless. And it builds like dust. And it gets stronger as it builds. And it takes it over your life, 2 or 3 of your lifetimes to even begin to start to go away. But from Fukushima, in 2 of your lifetimes, it'll still be coming out of the ground at Fukushima, folks, where all of that plutonium and everything is melted down into the earth. It's a cesspool pocket down there that's oozing like a infected sore. All the flat earthers and their channel says, this is what I think. This is science. Here's a test. Let's everybody do tests. Do experiments and let's prove science wrong. What for? That's an expensive waste of time. Then what? Then what? What difference does it make? What good is it going to do? The only thing that's going to change anything is get the liars and the deceivers and the killers, put them out of the way or put them down. That's the only thing that'll ever change anything, folks. I'm trying to be calm. I don't want to run anybody away with cuss words or misenunciate, not enunciating words right. There's a word that I'm going to go to a dictionary that I've got, and I'm going to see if I can find that word. People made fun of it in my last video. I think I used a word, killingist. Killingist. And I spelt it E-S-T on the end, and everybody made a big hoopla fun out of it, trying to tell everybody, you can't believe anything, this guy's crazy, he can't even spell a word. Well, I'm 70 years old, and I'm not a college graduate. So I say just forget all the BS and just go on and wait. And the others too, just wait until you catch on to this new discovery like it wasn't already known for thousands of years, folks. And then other people say it's no big thing. Well, there's some thoughts about that. One thing is the Bible tells me so. And another thing, folks, if you refuse to check it out, then it's on you, because I've done everything I could, and so are some other people. I know there's other people like me. I just don't know who they are or where they are. Such as the flat earth being a revelation, being a truth revelation, awakening. That same thing is a Christ truth, validating the Bible. It's a revelation. It's an awakening. It's your last call to the marriage supper of the Lamb. And that metaphorically fits. Can't nobody say it don't fit. These channelers, these government puppets, they break it to you slow and easy with lots of science. So you will not get upset with all the lies that you should now believe to be true, because you were a good learner when you learned that the earth was a round spinning globe. And right or wrong, you learned it the way they taught it to you. Now you're finding out they taught you a pack of lies and made up a whole lot of work programs to bleed money out of you to support that pack of lies. Then they taught you to believe that pack of lies. Now they're killing people who's exposing the truth about it. You better believe it. You better soak it up as everyone else. You better start waking up, and you better learn something. Government hires, and they swear to secrecy, hundreds of thousands of worker bees to outright deceive you. They agree, they are sworn to secrecy, and their job is to outright deceive you, folks. Then they go home to their families. Oh, I'm a good parent. They mislead you, they trick you any way that they can for a paycheck, and outright and intentionally lie to you and enjoy it while they're doing it, folks. And they do it for a paycheck. Where's the morality in that? I want to mention something about radiation. We got many people, and they're saying something, while many other people are posting things everywhere. They're posting them all over YouTube. And for any to say, and for any to support in any way this new BS that they got out, that the government is hitting all of the idiots with, and they're saying that there is nothing wrong with the radiation, that it ain't so bad. Why did they go and recalibrate all the instruments across the United States? After that radiation got here, alarms was going off everywhere. Do you think the news media told y'all about any of that stuff going on? When there was, or when there used to be some truth on TV or the radio news, some people listened to descriptive news, and they watched the newsreels on all the ways that those who came into contact with any radiation, how they were treated and how they reacted. And they went to great lengths, or great lengths would be taken to scrub these people down if they had any contact with radiation, destroy their clothes. I mean, they would scrub them down. And they would get as much of the radiation off the human bodies as they possibly could, until they would run a Geiger counter up and down over your body, just like, ooh, to see if it goes. And you know, folks, now all of a sudden none of that is necessary. I guarantee you the radiation and the bad effects of that stuff is, I believe, is probably worse today than it was back then, folks. Most were wearing protection suits, and we're still charging the Geiger counter, folks, their bare skin. When they would wear protective suits, when they shucked them suits, their bare skin was radioactive. What do you think about yourself with no knowledge about radiation, with no protective gear, no warnings from the media, no scrub downs, as in with baking soda, because that's what I understand, at least that's what they kind of convinced me of. Oh yeah, the astronauts are scrubbing all down with baking soda. That could be BS too, but baking soda is pretty seriously good stuff. But the radiation is building up in your bodies, in every part of your body, every minute, people. every minute of every day, every single place you are. These who post and mislead you to your sickness and to your death, the ones that are across YouTube, by posting anything that suggests that any radiation, any type of radiation is okay for you, is working for the government, whether they know it or not. If they believe it, they're still working for the government, whether they know it or not. And that, folks, I'm telling you right now, and their post, folks, speak for them. I mean, I try to put up some funny stuff once in a while, but their post speak volumes about them, about their character, and if you can figure out a little bit about that, then you will know whether they're deceiving you or not, people. Think about it. Why do the lab technicians, why do the doctors, why do they all use lead shields? They get behind petitions when they're just x-raying you.